Alright guys, so we actually kept working on the Z in that last video. I just decided to end it where I ended it because we ran into some difficulty, which you are about to see now. So for this car, what we'll be doing is an Action Clutch kit that is a stage 3 setup. Their kit comes with an upgraded concentric slave bearing, which is a must on these cars. We've got a 6-puck disc, nice red shiny pressure plate, and of course a new flywheel. The car comes with a dual mass and you can't resurface them, so it's definitely a must. Even though this car is just gonna stay stock power, we're not doing a turbo or any big power mods because we all wanna have equal fun cars together. This clutch is rated for about 170% increase in holding capacity. With drifting, we do a lot of clutch kicks and it abuses the crap out of clutches. So I wanna say we have a very similar clutch in Nicole's car and it's got a very good bite to it, but still a soft pedal feel. Action was kind enough to send this clutch for this build, so I'm very appreciative. Also cool to mention too that their stuff is made and assembled in the USA. I guess when you put in an aftermarket clutch, these stock ones are plastic and they just snap and break. Where this one is, I want to say they said like billet and steel. Can you tell what type of material?
It looks almost like cast.
Well, this is cast, but I think this part's billet.
Oh yeah, you can tell it's.
Or this one. This one's like very, very thin and flimsy in comparison. I know a lot of people like to use the Z1 Motorsports version of this, but it's important to note that Action does sell one that works specifically with their setup. So that's what we have. Just gotta get the perfect amount of grease on there. Brake clean all the things. Some ISR test pipes. We were gonna try to power through it and get it all together, but unfortunately we ran into a dead end that we're not gonna be able to solve until tomorrow. For whatever reason, even though we put the flywheel on and hand tightened everything, it did not want to pull on right. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but just the tips. A few bolts, as you can see, are a little bit stripped. We went to take them out to put Loctite on them after pulling the flywheel in and they just didn't cooperate, so. Gonna have to hold off till tomorrow. I think Injuku has ARP flywheel bolts in stock. I probably should have just gotten some in the first place. I was thinking about that, but oh well. We tried. It happens. But
Always check your bolts.
Always check your bolts. You heard that from King Ginge. Speed up to present day. Alberto stopped by and helped rethread everything. They're pretty bad, weren't they?
Yeah, the threads were like half destroyed.
He brought an M10 by 1 tap, so we were able to re-tap the threads and pick up some new flywheel bolts from Nissan. Unfortunately, they only had 4, but hopefully everything will go smoothly now. And this thing will be on the road. Hooray, fully seated. I was very scared that maybe like something was wrong but I guess we just suck. Thank you, Alberto. I didn't want to mess it up anymore.
Oh, now you're in good hands, so it's gonna be smooth.
Alberto's helping torque down all the flywheel bolts. I took advantage of while I have all the space up here. I ran the hydro lines just kind of in anticipation of what I'll have to do on this car. I didn't go into much detail of how I did it before, but I use these little clips. I use basically a rubber grommet up in front, clip. Up here, there's like a little place where you can actually tuck the line, so I wrapped it in electrical tape, and then I kind of tucked the line and zip tied it up there so it'll stay up there. I have one of those clips here, I got another one over here, and then I kind of like zip tie and piggyback to the handbrake lines to keep everything tight and out of the way without drilling near the gas tank area. So this was kind of like a last minute surprise. It wasn't really anything that I was planning on doing, but I wanted an ISR single exhaust for this car like we put on the Cream Z. They didn't have them in stock, but I did like a post on Twitter, and anyway, I ended up getting the Tomei single just for the memes. There's like this joke that everyone says, like it's a Tomei da or something. I don't understand it. Can someone link me to where that originates from? I've Googled like a million times about the joke and I can't find or understand what it means or what. I heard it sounds great. Dang, it's titanium too. Look at that, Alberto. Do you like it?
How heavy is it? Oh my god.
It's not that heavy. That's not that heavy. It's really not that heavy, I promise. This is pretty. I'm pretty hyped. I didn't want one of these. They were really expensive. But I wanted to put an exhaust on it while I had everything off. And these were in stock. Man, it looks sick. I heard they sound really loud. I hope I don't hate it. It's funny because I said this in the video yesterday. I was like, yeah, if Alberto was here, he'd just lift it over his head. And I was kind of half joking, but he legit wants to try.
I forgot how heavy these things are. Like, is it really heavy? How heavy is it though?
That can crush your head.
Oh no, I think I can put it on.
Well, here, hey, Shulman, can you just like be here so like if Alberto needs help, I can help him. You just grab the camera.
Yeah.
I'm willing to help you, but you're making this choice on your own. This is.
I want to try. So
That's
I
fine.
do
It's
it.
perfectly fine. I'm just making it clear because I don't be like, you won't even help Alberto.
All right, I need help.
Oh,
Oh
that
no!
part.
Now I gotta clean that up.
Didn't drain it?
No,
Why?
because we didn't have to.
Oh.
Oh my god. Really? Like my fingers. I'm hitting the start home.
Something not lining up.
Just gotta get the dowel pins. I mean, sorry, guy pins.
That feels like it, no?
Bolts.
I'm using the Ginge technique, where you just, climb up on the engine, and that's how you gotta get those top bolts in. I don't know how Alberto can find these with his eyes closed.
You gotta feel out for it. You gotta have eyes on your fingertips.
Alberto actually had a pretty interesting technique where instead of accessing the bolts from up top, he used a series of extensions and was able to get them from in here. Unlike the SR, the CD line has actually plenty of space where you can even put your hand up there, so it's kind of cool and different. That's very smart. I should have thought of that. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous doing the Tomei exhausts because a few of my friends have had issues with them cracking, but I read up on it, and I guess the most important thing with it is to use the stock exhaust hangers, because sometimes people replace them with ones that are a little bit beefier, and then I guess there's more vibration and that causes it to crack. It actually says it right in the manual. I don't know if that's what happens, but I'm gonna heed their warning. Tommy the tech came by to visit. Tommy, is my Z gonna pass tech with this exhaust?
With the exhaust? Maybe. Well, not with that wire hanging.
What wire is he talking about?
That wire hanging right there.
Oh, this is my diff ground. I decided not to put it on.
You need your diff gun.
Actually, I think no, I know. Yeah. Well, I don't have an electronic exhaust anymore, so it doesn't need a ground. So you can like mechanically control cars' sound decibel from like the sidelines. Not too crazy about this bolt being right here. I tried to put it on the other side, but it didn't look right. But yeah, it's up there. Hopefully it doesn't crack. Seems like good clearance. It doesn't really hang too low like some of the dual exhausts do. Seems pretty sturdy. It's got to bleed the clutch now. I'm so excited to hear this car. I also cleaned this up. Alberto, look how nice I got this to look. It was all like cruddy before. I don't know if you guys remember. We were having a pretty hard time bleeding it, and for whatever reason, what helped a lot, even though I'm just bringing the pedal all the way up to the up position, like physically putting some pressure with my hand. I don't know why that does something, but it actually does something. Right, down. Pedal feel wise, you can definitely tell it's a little bit stiffer than stock, but it's nice. It doesn't feel like super aggressive. It's hard to explain, but if you've driven a lot of cars with stiff clutches, you'll understand this. It feels just like one upgrade from stock in terms of pedal feel, because these cars actually do have somewhat stiff clutches from the factory, in my opinion. It's weird. I feel like we just did like an engine swap, and I would be super excited when it starts, but like it's gonna start because all we did was pull the transmission. Ready? That's a nice note. That's a nice note. Dang, the screen. This thing is sick. It's got a clutch now. Oh my god! I cannot rev this, it's too late.
It's loud.
Dude, it's loud.
It's loud around here.
Oh my gosh. That's a loud exhaust. It didn't sound that loud at first. Like idling, it's kind of normal, but oh boy. Now obviously we can't get on it super hard because the car needs to have the new clutch broken in, but Tommy, can you just film so they can hear how loud this thing is? It's got a little bit of rasp, but not too bad. I'll wait till after the stop sign. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Dude, you're gonna hate me when you're standing on grid and you have to listen to this thing.
Yep.
This is the type of Z I hate on too. I love the pops. The pops sound great. It sounds so cool at high RPMs.
Oh my god.
Oh, it needs new rotors bad. I really like it. It gets loud and obnoxious, but I haven't actually filled you guys in on this 100%, but we have a lot of crazy stuff going on between the builds, trips, and stuff. And I don't want Nicole's car to get overlooked and kind of get thrown on the back burner because of the fact that it has a bad head gasket. So the plan right now is while I'm on one of the trips, Alberto is actually going to be doing the head gasket on it, and he's going to use it for content for his channel. And that way it won't be like me rush doing it with him and filming it really poorly. He can film it in lots of detail, and then Nicole gets her car fixed sooner. So
I never seen it actually put an arrow on the gasket.
that's funny. Before he does anything though, I did order a sniffer test just to like confirm that it is indeed a head gasket, but right now I would say pretty much every sign points to it being a head gasket, unfortunately. Alberto's like, I thought it only had 4 cylinders. What is this?
This for like new technicians that don't really have much experience. Like, which side of the head gasket goes? Like, look at the arrow. All the arrow goes in.
Watch Alberto put it backwards after saying that. Saying I am excited about this car is 100% an understatement. Just driving it around, like, it feels like it's gonna be torquey, it's gonna have some good power, it sounds really cool. It's gonna be loud, but it sounds really cool. To give you guys a little bit more of a background behind this car, in case you're new to the channel or haven't watched a video of me getting this car, this is a 2008 350Z that had like a little bit of a front end collision where the fender on the other side got smushed in. I don't remember if the hood was smushed. Headlight from bumpers toast. Just a bunch of like broken and bent arms and stuff. No frame damage. Lashik Motors, where I got it from, was planning to take it, get it inspected, and get a rebuilt title for it. However, they couldn't drive it over there because it needed a clutch. So I bought it off them without a title, did the clutch, and now they're gonna go get the car a rebuilt title for me, and then this is going to be my missile drift car. I think the best way to explain it is if you watch the Cream Z giveaway car and saw like how that is the basic first drift car, super simple, very minimalistic seat time car, this will be the next stage up. So if you ended up doing to your Z or plan on doing your Z what we did to the Cream car, the videos that we do on this car should be like the perfect next stage of what you would be doing after that. Even though it's a missile car, I'll still probably put some time into trying to make it look somewhat nice, but I am not gonna be upset if this car gets bashed up. I'm not gonna worry about repainting it. And it'll be fun because it'll be basically the same setup that Taylor and Matt have, so we can just be all cool in our Z's together. And then if my Cream car is ever down or I gotta do something on it, or if I just wanna be able to bash doors and not care about scratch and paint, I got a car to just have fun and practice in. I'm really, really, really excited about this car, not just from like a building perspective. Honestly, I'm like kind of over putting together parts on Z's. I'm just really excited to drive it and just have a car that works all the time and I can just party with and just get a ton of seat time. And not that I don't get seat time now, but I'm very, very excited to drive this car. I wish I could show you guys more how good it sounds, but it's kind of late and this car is super, super loud, so we're gonna wait on that. But I thank you guys for watching. Any questions I see, I will try to address in the future. All you guys asking about the S15, I've said this over and over again, so I hate to sound like a broken record. Injuku is super busy building Kevin Lawrence's car that he needs for Pro 1, Formula Drift, way more important than my S15. I'm gonna tell you it'll be done by the end of the year, so when it gets finished sooner, we can all be happy about it. But it's definitely not gonna be done in May like we originally planned, which is perfectly fine. I got 2 drift cars now. No need to rush the S15. We're gonna have a lot of fun in this. We're gonna have a lot of fun in the Cream car. We got some crazy stuff planned and I'm super excited. Quick side note too, I found out that that bolt that we had a hard time with is actually called a demon bolt, and that's a common issue that people have. So that made us feel a little bit better about the situation. I give a huge shout out to Matt the Ginge for helping me start tackling the transmission clutch job. Alberto for helping finish it. Action Clutch for hooking it up with a clutch. I can't wait to see how it's gonna feel drifting. And it sounds like someone who goes by the name of Lowtech Z33 is the originator of the Tomeda thing. I'm probably saying it so wrong. Someone please correct me. Someone please make a video explaining to me how to say it, linking me, showing me the clips so I can understand this meme, because I want to understand the meme. It sounds great though, that's all I know. Fail. I really like driving. I like drifting, in case you didn't know. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.